Saturday marks 20 years since the 9/11 terror attacks, and you can pay your respects or teach your kids more about it in one local town. Tim Miller shows us where a tribute to Ground Zero can be found right here at home.
It was 5 years ago, on the 15th anniversary of 9/11, that the village of Gibsonburg came alive. On the back of this truck, a piece of history that would link the Sandusky County town to that dreadful day in New York. A 7,000-pound, 36-foot-long piece of the antenna of the North Tower of the World Trade Center, the last part of the second tower that would escape from view after terrorists flew 2 planes into the World Trade Center.
It's huge in that sense, and it's one of only 2 that is known to be in existence. And we have one of them right here, and the only other one that we know of is in at Ground Zero.
Gibsonburg Mayor Steve Fote is proud of the antenna, the centerpiece of the village's 9/11 memorial that was dedicated in this ceremony on September 11th, 2016 at Williams Park.
We knew we wanted a big piece and not a small piece. I mean, everything we try to do here is to show, our respect and honor in a big way.
The sculptor, Jim Havens, made it rest on a granite replica of One World Trade Center, the new building that rose from Ground Zero.
It's the symbolism of, we fell and now we're rising. So it being on an angle is symbolizing us, continuing to rise as a country.
The memorial is bordered by concrete in the shape of the Pentagon, another site attacked by terrorists on 9/11. There are newspaper front pages of that day, the faces of the 343 New York City firefighters killed in the collapse of the towers, and a tribute to Flight 93 and its hero passengers in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Mayor Fote and Administrator Mark Glotzbecker helped it come together.
It's very humbling. So, yeah, you always take the time to look, and you're always glancing over at it or stopping or walking around it.
And while you need to show respect, even some silence when you're inside this memorial, they want it to be a hands-on experience. Go ahead and touch this antenna to really feel how strong it was. But also sit on these benches, which mark the footprints of where the Twin Towers once stood. Just a couple miles away is a farm that also won't let you forget about what happened 20 years ago. At State Route 600 and County Road 32, this barn reminds us to never forget. It's tied in with the Public Safety Service Memorial in Gibsonburg and catches the eye of drivers from all over the area. Back at the memorial, the metal on the antenna is twisted. It's rusting. These images are still hard to look at. But when you look closer at the faces, you realize you have to be here. You have to remember what happened, what they gave up, and how the country came back.
History isn't always pretty. There's good and bad, and I think it's important that people understand the bad things that happen as well and learn from them.
It's just a crazy turn of events for that to happen, and then to be a part of putting this together and then making sure that the next generation never forgets.
My daughter will be 20 on September 25th, so she was a couple of weeks from being born on 9/11. So it's very important. We always say never forget. It's important that that we don't forget.
Gibsonburg will mark 20 years with their annual remembrance ceremony on September 11th at noon, right here at the memorial. I'm Tim Miller, WTOL 11.